Rich, nigga, what you see is what you get. We in the Maybach to ride with them sticks. Baby, what you see is what you get. I just put an ounce on my wrist. Nigga, what you see is what you get. I done fucked around and hit a lick. Whoa. Man, what's up with everybody? What's up with it? What's up with it? Y'all already know what time it is, man. The Wave Runner, the Silver Surfer is in the building. Big Waves in the building. Man, how y'all doing? How you living? How you going tonight? I said, man, let me come over here and go live, man. I ain't been live from the channel in a minute. You know what I mean? So, I figured I would show my face a little bit. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody, man, that's pulling up. People pulling up, people pulling in. Already. Hey, look, man, it's Wildcard weekend. We got some stuff that we need to discuss. We got some things that we need to discuss. Yes, sir. Man, I don't know where y'all at, man, but it's the weather here, man, kind of crazy right now. They talking about tornadoes and shit. Yes, sir, man. We about to get into it. Shout out to everybody, man, here. Y'all already know how we do. Thursday night live, man, on the channel. We ain't been live in a minute, so, I just wanted to pop on here, man, for a second and say what's up to the people. Already. 704, what's good, boy? Hey, look, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Y'all already know, man. We on the road to 400, man. We literally with about 21 away, man. So make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all go over there to my sister podcast too, man. Between the Lines. We done hit a thou wow over there, man. We done hit a thou wow. A thou wow over there on the channel. Me and that boy Q been putting in work, man. We've been grinding, you know what I'm saying? Trying to build that channel up. That's really why I haven't been on my channel like that. I haven't been on my channel because I've been over there grinding, trying to help that channel get up to where it need to get to, you know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, man, we putting out videos left and right. Content is constantly dropping. We dropping shorts, we dropping videos, we doing lives, pre-records. We killing the community section, man, as well, man. We posting all new news that's come out, all critical, you know what I'm saying, reliable news, you know what I mean, from reliable sources and shit, So that's what we do over there. So again, if you ain't done it already, what the hell you waiting for? Get over there, man, and like and subscribe to that. But tonight, man, I wanted to come on here and talk about this upcoming weekend. It's Wildcard weekend. And look, some of you motherfuckers may not want to listen to it, man, because the Panthers already eliminated, right? So I get it. But if you're a football fan, which I hope that everybody listening is a football fan before you a Carolina Panther fan. And if you're a football fan, this weekend is still an exciting weekend for football fans. You get what I'm saying? Granted, it would have been way nicer to see my team play in the playoffs this weekend. I think everybody, want to see their team play in the playoffs. But shit, we didn't get there again. You know what I'm saying? So now we just watch everybody else. And you ain't got to root for another team. You ain't got to, have no favorites or whatever to get. I'm still going to pick I'm going to pick who I think is going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm going to pick who I think go win this game. And see, the difference with me, I can tell you why. I'm picking that team. Yo, see, what's up, boy? I can tell you why I'm picking that. You know, my knowledge about football expands beyond the Carolina Panthers. You know what I'm saying? The Carolina is my team, but I talk about stuff. I know other teams just as much as I know my teams, man, because I do my research. I love the game of football. You know, I played it. You know, I coach it. I love it, man. So I got to be in the know about what's going on with everybody because I think it's important for everybody to know about what's happening in other organizations because in a way they can have an impact on you. So we go get into it, man. We go talk about these wildcard matchups this Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday as well. I want to know, man, who y'all pick, man. I got my picks, and we go talk through each matchup, and we go see why or make an argument for why you have that pick, right? So people in the comments, I want y'all feedback as well. I want us to be an interactive type of night, man. Again, you know, some of y'all Panthers motherfuckers, man, y'all might not pull up tonight because we ain't talking about the Panthers. That's fine. But for those that do pull up, man, we're going to get into it and talk a little bit about the matchups that's going to be going on this weekend. Because I'm excited about it, bro. It's playoff weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? Football, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You can't put nothing on it. So let's go ahead and dive into it, man, and talk about these matchups. We're going to start with the NFC matchups first. Then we'll work our way over there to the AFC matchups. For those that don't know, everybody should know if you're a football fan. The Eagles are the number 1 seed in the NFC, so that means they have a first week bye. And, you know, they'll obviously play the lowest seed that advance. You get what I'm saying? See, I see you already, man. But let's go ahead and talk about the matchups. So on Monday, the Dallas Cowboys will go on the road to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be a very interesting game. A very interesting game because the Dallas Cowboys have to prove to the world that they can win in the postseason. Nobody believes it. Dallas has a good team every year, year in and year out during the regular season. But the problem is that they can't get it done in the postseason. They can't get it done in the postseason. And they really can't get it done against Tom Brady. If I'm not mistaken, and somebody can verify this for me, I think Tom Brady is undefeated against the Cowboys. Tom Brady is undefeated against the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's lost to the Cowboys ever. I don't. Now, for Tampa Bay, they got a lot to prove as well. Tampa Bay has to show that they're not a fraud. They finished with a losing record this year. They finished with a losing record this year. They really haven't looked good all year. Tom Brady looks like he's 45 years old. I mean, they just have not looked good. Granted, they won the NFC South. Well, I mean, we already know why they won the NFC South. It's because it stinks. The division stinks. Everybody in there stinks. Smell like a pile of shit. Everybody in the division in the NFC South is terrible. So they won it. But in this matchup, you got two teams, man, with a lot to prove. But I'm going to give the nod in this matchup to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I'm picking the Buccaneers to win this game. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm just not a believer in Dallas. I don't see that Dallas they have to prove to me that they can win in the postseason. They got to prove to me that they can do it. I'm not a believer. I'm not sold on the Cowboys. I just don't think that they're legit. And talent-wise, look, they got all of the talent on the world. We know the talent they got on defense, Michael Parsons, Diggs, you know what I'm saying, Lawrence, you know, Van Der Esch, all of that talent that they got on defense, man. But I'm just not a believer, man. I think the moment is always too big for Dallas in the postseason. And going up against Tom Brady and that team, Tom Brady the Cowboys haven't beat them. And everybody keeps saying that this year is the year that it's going to happen. Look, Dallas can win this game. I'm not saying that they cannot win this game. They got to prove to me that they can win this game. I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happen. One, they got to go to Tampa Bay, right? Tom Brady, look, they've looked pretty solid, since our game. I think that we allowed Tom Brady to wake up when he threw for 400 plus yards, 3 touchdowns. I think that game warmed Tom Brady back up, man. They going in it fairly healthy. I got Tampa Bay. Now, I don't know, man. I really don't know, man. I want to know what y'all think. But I have Tampa Bay winning that game. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers there. On to the next matchup. We got a rematch between the Giants. They're on the road to go play the Minnesota Vikings. If y'all know, these two teams met earlier in the season. I think Minnesota won by a field goal. It took like a 60-yard field goal for Minnesota to win this game. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like how Minnesota has looked over the last couple of weeks. Agent 704 say Dallas is going to beat them Waves. Hey, they got to prove it, man. They got to prove it. I'm not a believer. Bro. They have to prove that they can do it. I'm not a believer that they can. But I have the Giants beating the Minnesota Vikings in this game. And this is my upset. This is one of my upsets of the weekend. Look, when they played in the regular season, the Vikings did not look good in that game. The Giants ran it all down their throat. It was a close game back and forth. Giants defense, they let up a play there at the end and got them in field goal range. And shit, the Minnesota kicker, man, he made a hell of a field goal to win that shit. So this time around, I don't think they get as lucky. I think if the Giants can run the ball well and they consistently put the pressure on them, Minnesota don't have a good defense. Their defense is not good. They don't have a good defense at all. They don't. They don't have a good defense at all. Their defense is super suspect. And we all know how powered their offense can be. I know that they offense, Justin Jefferson, the weapons they got, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook. Kirk Cousins has actually been playing, decent football. Honestly, let me go ahead and stop tripping. Look, Kirk Cousins is really a consistent quarterback. He may not be an elite tier kind of quarterback, but a lot of people give Kirk Cousins hell. And the thing about it is, Kirk Cousins actually, man, if you look at his numbers, Kirk Cousins has finished with like really good numbers over the last couple of years. He really has. A lot of people shit on Kirk, but Kirk has really been a decent quarterback over the last couple of years. What else, Supernova, man? Salute to you too, bro. Then when we coming down, I think Minnesota just haven't looked good over the last couple of games. Shout out to Agent 704. That's facts, bro. He haven't looked good over the last couple of games. They just haven't. I'm not a believer in them either. Justin Jefferson is going to get his, but Minnesota defense is the problem for me. I'm not a believer in their defense at all. Not at all. Not at all, man. But I'll tell you this too, though. That game will go down to the wire. This might be another field goal game, but I'm going to pick the Giants, man, to beat them. I'm going to go with the Giants. Man. Good evening, bro. What's up, man? What's up, everybody? Hey, look. Next up, man, we got the Seattle Seahawks with our last NFC divisional matchup. We got the Seattle Seahawks on the road to play the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I'm picking San Francisco to win this game. I think San Francisco is just a better team. They play better defense. They're going to win this game. But they're not going to win this game as easy as everybody may think. One, because they have a rookie quarterback who was the very last pick of the draft, Brock Purdy, starting a playoff game. Now, he's played serviceable over the last couple of games, but at the end of the day, he's still a rookie, right? He's still a rookie. You know, this is a big moment. This is a big game. We'll see how he handles it. And then, again, don't sleep on Seattle either. Look, Geno Smith, man, has probably been – he's going to win Comeback Player of the Year. Like, he has to. Whoever expected him to be, Geno Smith, to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, he is a prime example of waiting your turn, and when you get your opportunity to shine, you take advantage of it. Agent 704 say you think it's going to be an upset. I don't think it's going to be an upset, man. I still think the 49ers will find a way to pull this out behind their defense. The offense, they're going to make some mistakes, but if they find a way, Kyle Shanahan just has to make the game simple for Brock Purdy. Don't force him to do a lot. Don't ask him to do a lot. Don't ask him to do too little. Give him easy throws. Get Kittle involved, George Kittle involved. Give the ball to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is playing at unbelievable. I'm going to be honest with you, man. The way he's played over there in San Francisco, I'm pissed that he's gone. I'm really pissed off that Christian McCaffrey is gone, man. Like now, at first I was like, hey, it was a good trade. But, man, watching him like from afar, now I see what teams was thinking about when he played for us. Watching that motherfucker from afar, man, Christian McCaffrey is, I'm going to say it, man, he the best running back in the league. He is. When healthy, Christian McCaffrey is still the best running back in the league because he does it all. He does it all. There's nothing that he does not do. He does it all. So, again, they just can't ask him to do too much. Get the ball to your playmakers. San Francisco defense is real deal. They defense playing at a championship level, man. It's hard to score on that defense, man. That defense is hell, boy. They got, man, to me, they got the best defense in the league. San Francisco defense is legit. They coming to smack you in the mouth on every play. You know, they play good coverage. The linebackers are full. The defensive ends are full. The line is a full. San Francisco stacked. And DeMeco Ryans, the Panthers' next potential head coach, he got them boys playing at an elite level. So I think their defense is going to make it tough for Seattle in that game. You know, Seattle will find a way to pull it off. But Brock Purdy, again, he can't allow the moment to be too big for him. Just can't. So those are the NFC matchups. So again, man, so anybody want to hold me to it, my picks were Tampa Bay over Dallas, Giants over the Vikings, and then the San Francisco 49ers over the Seattle Seahawks. You know, obviously the Eagles will play, I believe, the lowest seed out of those. So if that stands correct, the Eagles should be playing the Giants. The Eagles will match up with the Giants if that serves correct. Okay. Now moving over to the AFC. So right now, the Kansas City Chiefs, by default, have the number one overall seed in the AFC. Now, I got to say something on that, too, because I haven't spoken on this, but I've been wanting to say this, man, you know, for a minute. I really have. So we all know what happened to Damar Hamlin, you know, 2 Mondays ago. One of the most scariest sights, you know, that I ever seen on a football field in that Bills and Bengals game. Something about the Bengals field, too, man. It's cursed. Look, you can't tell me that the Cincinnati Bengals field is not cursed. Every time something like that goes down, it happens at the Bengals field. Like, I don't know why. It's crazy. But when I look at what happened in that game, man, again, I understand the severity of that injury. You know, this man had to be resuscitated on the field. You know, again, man, my prayers, you know, went out to him. For an update, for those that don't know, man, DeMar Hamlin actually got discharged from the hospital. They allowed him to fly back to Buffalo, and the Buffalo Medical Center said that they discharged him, man. So he's back home, with friends and family. They say that he's doing well. He's been communicating a ton on social media, so I think he's going to be okay. I don't know what his football career is going to look like going forward, but I think he's going to be okay. But either way, at the time, we didn't know he was going to be okay. So that was a scary sight. The game got canceled, right? Now, I know a lot of people gave Skip Bayless hell for what he said. I think the timing of his comment was absolutely horrible timing. But you also have to understand what he was saying as well, right? So I'm not trying to justify. So if anybody want to cancel waves or whatever the case may be, fuck it, I don't give a damn. But I don't think the timing of his statement was accurate, and he was wrong for that stance. But the accuracy of what he was saying was absolutely true, because think about what that situation did, right? And I know that that's bigger than football. Again, I 100% agree. Nobody come for my neck because, you think I'm being insensitive. I'm not. But what that game implications had gave Kansas City the first overall seed in the AFC. People have to remember something. The Kansas City Chiefs lost to both the Bills and Bengals. They lost to both of those teams in the regular season. And at the time, they were sitting with a 13-3 record when the Bills were sitting with a 12-4 record and the Bengals was finishing with 11-4. So one game of each other. The winner of that Bills and Bengals game would have had the right to the AFC championship. I'm sorry, the AFC number 1 overall seed. They would have had the right. The winner of that game would have had the right of that title, because whoever would have won that game would have beaten 2 of the top 3 teams in the AFC already in the regular season. So because of that cancel, the Chiefs were given the number 1 AFC seeding by default. It was by default. The Chiefs had to win their last game, but either way, they was going to finish with the number 1 overall seed. They weren't going to lose that game. I mean, the Chiefs, they were not going to lose that game. So I just had to speak on that, man. Again, you can look at it multiple different ways, but I honestly don't feel like the Chiefs deserve the number 1 AFC seeding, but I get how they got it, and we'll see what happens. I know they did the thing with the whole, the field and, no home field advantage and all of that. I get all of that, but honestly, I really feel like they didn't deserve it. They really didn't deserve it. So, give me a second. So, age of 704 is facts. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So, I mean, look, the Chiefs are a tough team, but like I said, they lost to the Bills and the Bengals in the regular season. 2 of their 3 losses came against those teams. So if you're asking me, they're not really better than those teams. Yeah, they finished with a better record by default, but come on. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and talk about the AFC matchups. Again, the Chiefs have the bye. First matchup, we got the LA Chargers on the road to play the Jacksonville, who the fuck thought would be here, Jaguars. Who the hell thought that the Jaguars was going to be in the playoffs? Chiefs still will beat the Bills because the Bills will fall into the trap. Everyday gaming, what do you mean? Like, really, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean fall into the trap? The Bills already beat them. So I don't understand. But we'll say this. Chargers and the Jaguars. First, I'm going to go ahead and give you my pick, then I'll give you my why. I'm on grape Sprite tonight, man. I ain't doing no liquor tonight. Here we go. I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars on the upset. I'm going with the Jaguars on the upset over the Chargers in that game. Upset in that game. If you watch the Jaguars over the last couple of, every day I got the same thing. if you watch the Jaguars over the last couple of weeks, man, that is a good football team. What Doug Peterson has been able to do in his first year, we can only hope that our next coach will be able to do the same shit. Hey, Agent 704, I'm telling you, look at watch what I say, man. Look, I could be completely wrong, but let me tell you why. The Jaguars have played really good football over the last couple of weeks. Trevor Lawrence has had a great season. Look, that team is better than what a lot of teams are giving them credit for. They're better because they're better than their record says that they were. The AFC South was something about the South this year. The South was just trash. AFC and NFC South was trash this year. I mean, every team was trash. But the Titans, I would have fired Mike Vrabel. I would have fired Mike Vrabel, man, for the Titans season this year. Like, I really would have fired him. I'm surprised that they allowed him to come back. I would have fired him for the Titans not winning that AFC South. Like, how bad, granted, Ryan Tannehill got hurt. I get all of that, later on in the season. But there's no way in hell that any of those teams should have been catching up with the Titans this year. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I really don't. So the Jaguars play good defense, man. Their defense people are not giving their defense the kind of credit that it deserves. Their defense is playing a lot better, and they got some studs on there, some young upcoming studs that are going to be real good football players. I got the Jaguars upsetting them. The Chargers have been just too inconsistent for me. They've been really inconsistent. Like, especially coming into the playoffs, I'm just not a believer in them, man. I'm not a believer in them. I'm not a believer in the Chargers. I think that the Chargers, they've turned their season around. They've proven a lot of people wrong. Like, I think they played with a lot of edge the second half of the season. But Mike Williams is going to be out of this game. They're going to be missing Mike Williams. They got a lot of other injuries on the defensive side of the ball. I just think that this is a chance or an opportunity for the Jaguars to take advantage. I feel like the Chargers are vulnerable right now. And again, I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to go with the Jaguars on the upset. My next matchup, it's the Ravens versus the Bengals. The Ravens versus the Bengals. Do I really have to say who's going to win this game? Do I really have to say it? I mean, listen, Baltimore Ravens, no Lamar Jackson. The reports already came out. Lamar's probably not playing this weekend. They don't stand a chance. The Jags are the hottest team in football right now. Hey, everyday gaming, tell these people the Jaguars are on fire, bro. Listen, them winning this division, but they're coming into this playoff with an edge. Doug Peterson and the job that he's done in Jacksonville has been incredible. If you want to talk about coach of the year, Doug Peterson. This was a team last year under Urban Meyer who looked like shit. Y'all seen everything that their team went through under their coach. Didn't even look like an NFL team. Don't even look like an NFL team. And look, he has them division champions in his first year in the playoffs. I'm telling you, if Doug Peterson beat the Chargers in this game and they win a playoff game, Doug Peterson deserves to be coach of the year. He deserves to be coach of the year. You got to give it to him. Man, I am praying that our next head coach can come in and do the job that he did. Steve Wilkes, listen, man. If you ask me, listen, I wouldn't mind if Steve Wilkes is the head coach, but if you ask me if I want him as the head coach, I don't want him as the head coach. But if he somehow ends up being the head coach, I'm not going to be upset about it. I'll be concerned, but I won't be upset about it. But again, the job that Doug Peterson has done, the Jaguars are hot. I'm riding with the hot hand, man. Especially the teams that get hot going into the playoffs, Those are the ones that make a run. Do y'all remember when Jacksonville made the playoffs? I think it was 2017. They went all the way to the AFC Championship. Nobody predicted that they was going to do that year. You had to be have a crystal ball to project that the Jaguars was going to go all the way to the AFC Championship that year. Come on, man. So, yeah, I got the Jaguars upsetting them. Ravens and Bengals. Like I said before, no Lamar Jackson. Lamar not playing, they don't stand a chance. Even with Lamar playing, I think that the Ravens still lose. Look, man, the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm going to be this may be a little rash to say, but it's true. The Bengals were beating the Bills before their game was over. Like, granted, they was only in the first quarter, or second quarter, whatever it was, but the Bengals were up in their game. The Bengals own the Chiefs. They own them. Joe Burrow is 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes in their head-to-head matchups, playoffs, regular season. He is 3-0 against them. The Bengals have the best wide receiving core in the NFL when healthy. They have the best wide receiving core in the NFL. It's the best wide receiving core in the NFL. T. Higgins will be a number one receiver on any other team. He really would. Tyler Boyd could be a number one receiver on a lot of teams in the NFL. Joe Burrow just had people to throw the ball to. The only weakness in this offense is the offensive line. But if you recall last year, Bengals matched up with the Titans in the playoffs. Titans sacked Joe Burrow 9 times. And still, they lost the game. That's why Mike Vrabel should be fired as the coach of the Titans. Not only did you not make the playoffs last year, the way that y'all imploded in the playoffs last year, he should be gone. But anyway, the Bengals are probably the most complete team in the NFL right now on both sides of the ball, outside of the Bills and the Eagles. The Bengals are a complete team. They play good defense. Their defense is good. I don't think the defense gets talked about enough. I think that their defense is a good defense. We all know what kind of ability that Joe Burrow has. Joe Burrow is the truth. And I'm not just saying that because he went to DBU University. The Bayou Bengals. Y'all already know what time it is. I ain't got to talk about it. Y'all see it up there. Hey, Joe Burrow is elite. Top 3, 4 quarterback in the NFL right now. The Ravens, it's just simple to say, no Lamar Jackson. No Lamar Jackson. Tyler Huntley is not going to get the job done. He's not going to get the job done. He's not. The Ravens, they have a good defense. It's not going to be enough. So, Bengals big in this game. I got the Bengals big in this game. I think that this is going to be a blowout. Next matchup, and the final matchup of the AFC Wildcard weekend. We got the Miami Dolphins on the road to play the Buffalo Bills. Y'all, this shit is going to be a blowout. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. It's not going to be close. The Bills are going to blow them the fuck out. I'm not even going. The final. It's probably going to be like a 30-10 game, 35-10, something like that game. 35-17, 40-17. The Bills are going to win this game with ease. Why? No Tua. The Dolphins are not playing with Tua. Everyday game. And, hey, look, you about right with that. No Tua. They ain't got no Tua. When you ain't got no quarterback and you going to play arguably the best team in the NFL in the cold, and you are a hot weather team, you going in the cold to play this team, We all seen what happened the last time they played them. Granted, I think Miami beat them earlier in the season, but no Tua, they don't stand a chance. Now with Tua, it would have been more of an interesting game. I still have the Bills winning it, but Tua would have gave them at least a better chance at the ball game. Big. Bills beat them big. Dolphins, man, look, it was a good season. It was a good season, man. First year, Mike McDaniel was the head coach. I don't know about Tua, man. You know, I think his career, man, might be getting cut short. You know, he struggled with these concussions, man. I just don't know. I don't know if he can bounce back from this. I don't know if he can, you know, get back on track, man, with these concussions, man. You hate to see it too, man, because Tua had a really good year this year. You know, you hate to see that guy, man, go through all of those injuries like that. You know, any NFL player, man. But that's the risk you take, man, when you're playing football. Football is a collision sport at the highest speeds. In the NFL, man, you're going to get some of the biggest, fastest, strongest athletes in the world. You know, it's like I said, it's contact. You're getting hit full force by people that weigh 300 pounds, 300-pound people falling on you. It's tough, man. Brian Flores wanted to draft Justin Herbert, but Miami said no, which was dumb. Hey, look, I really don't like how that stuff in Miami went down, man, with Brian Flores. You know what I'm saying? Like, the organization tried to act like they wasn't tanking. You were. You were. That's what you should have been doing anyway. Listen, a lot of people is against tanking. Look, I understand it, man. Like, I get it. I get that it's, you know, ethically not the most ethical thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of the NFL is, man, is that, bro, what are you playing for? If you are out of contention and you don't have a good football team, which out of 32 teams, only 14 teams are probably, not even 14, probably around 10 teams are good every single year. 5 from the NFC, 5 from the AFC that are actually like good football teams. The rest of them are just average or below average. So when the Dolphins in that situation, they needed a franchise quarterback. They ownership understood what it meant to have a franchise quarterback in the NFL. That's what it meant. You're not going to win in the NFL without having a quarterback. It's not going to happen. No team that's in the playoffs right now don't have a quarterback unless they're out with injuries. Dallas has a Dak Prescott. He's a good quarterback. Tom Brady for the Buccaneers. He's a good quarterback. The Giants, I mean, you can say Daniel Jones. I mean, I wouldn't call him a good quarterback. I think he's serviceable. At least he's serviceable. The Minnesota Vikings. Say what you want to say about Kirk Cousins, but the numbers don't lie. Seattle Seahawks. They found a gem in Geno Smith. Geno Smith he's played his way into a long-term contract with the Seattle Seahawks. Go check his number out. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL this year. The San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, when he's healthy, a good quarterback, and they drafted Trey Lance. He just unfortunately got hurt this year. And we all know with the Eagles, Jalen Hurts and what he's transformed into. Shout out to Shane Steichen and the job that he's done. Another potential head coach of the Carolina Panthers. Hope that he's the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. He's my favorite right now to win the job. I don't know if he will, though. Bills, Josh Allen. Bengals, Joe Burrow. You know, the Ravens, when healthy, Lamar Jackson. San Diego, not San Diego, LA. Chargers, Herbert. Jacksonville Jaguars, they drafted Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall. And the Miami Dolphins, they have Tua when healthy. You have to get a quarterback You cannot win in the NFL without having one. It's too hard. The NFL has changed. You can't go in the NFL with lame duck quarterbacks. It's not going to work. You're not going to have any success unless you have your guy under center. And the Panthers have been trying to figure that shit out for half a decade now. It's sad. It's really sad because it was a simple formula. Like, how dumb can you be as an organization? Simply draft a quarterback in the draft. You don't trade for Baker Mayfield. You don't trade for Sam Darnold. You draft a QB. You don't trade back in the third round for Matt Corral. Matt Corral? Really? Anyway, I ain't even gonna get on the Panthers. So my picks in the AFC, man, just for everybody who missed it, I have the Jaguars upsetting the Chargers. I have the Bengals beating the Ravens and the Bills throttling the Miami Dolphins. I wasn't saying we should just tank because I don't want to win. I was telling fans like we should, because I'm like, what are we playing for? Just a wild card. I want a Super Bowl, not a consolation prize. Look, I feel the exact same way. I'm not comfortable with mediocrity. That shit is not. I'm not comfortable with that, man. I'm not comfortable with a team playing for moral victories. Like, that shit never. That's why when, like, what I don't understand about some of the fans in the Panther Nation. Granted, I know everybody wants to see this team win, but even when you win a game, it's like, if you win a game and you're 3-9, like, it don't feel good. Like, it just doesn't. It just doesn't feel good. Like, how can you be happy like about that? You're still losing. Like, yeah, you may have won one game, but you still have more losses than you have wins. I can't be happy until I see it the other way around. You can be happy about winning games when there's more wins than there are losses. That's when you should be ecstatic. That's when you should be happy. When you have more losses than wins, you should be upset, and you should be trying to figure out what it's going to take to get you on the other side of the win-loss column. That's just me. But exactly same. I'm not even happy about the Saints game. It was sloppy, and it was just a bad win. I want to win the Super Bowl, and Wilkes doesn't give us that Ron 2.0 trust. I mean, listen, that Saints game was sloppy. Bro, we won 10-7. Like, wasn't that the final score? We won by a field goal or some shit like that? 10-7 or something like that? It was a bad football game. We didn't even, like, in that Saints game, we played bad for 3.5 quarters. We played decent enough the last 4 minutes of the game to get in field goal range. But how bad are the Saints where they missed 2 field goals? They missed 2 field goals. We really shouldn't even won that game. They kicker trash. Will Lutz missed 2 field goals. I mean, it's like, even a situation like that, how can you walk away from that situation feeling like great just because you got the win, when you know that in reality they gave the game away? Like, they gave it away. We didn't go in there and snatch a win. We didn't snatch a win. We didn't go in there and dominate that game and really put a mark down that we earned that win. We just got to win. It was 10-7. Sam Darnold played horrible. I mean, man, I'm so done talking about the Panthers, man, season. I ain't talking about the Panthers season no more, everyday gaming. That shit just makes me upset every time I think about it. So, again, one final review of the wild card weekend, man. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Dallas Cowboys. That's one of my upsets in the NFC. I got the New York Giants upsetting the Minnesota Vikings. That's my second upset of the weekend. And then I have the San Francisco 49ers beating the Seattle Seahawks. May be a closer game than you think, but I think San Francisco pulls it off. AFC, I got the Jaguars upsetting the Chargers. The Jaguars are going to beat the Chargers at home. That's my upset. Then I have the Bengals. They're probably going to win big against the Ravens. No Lamar Jackson playing in that game. And then the Bills going against the Tua-less Dolphins. Bills win big. So those is my wild card picks, man, for the weekend. It's going to be interesting. Look, I could be absolutely wrong about this. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You know, on this video, this live is going to be up. Let me know who y'all think are going to win. Y'all hear my picks. I can't run away from them. If I miss out on one, that's cool. But if I'm right, y'all better give me my goddamn credit, right? Look, man, when you picking on these games, it's always a risk, right? You always risking. Love the way you think, my brother. You see it like I see it. Giants over Vikings. Kirk Cousins can only play at 1 p.m. Hey, look, man. Kirk Cousins so hit or miss, man. But like I said, man, he's been a consistent quarterback, though. I would listen. Give me Kirk Cousins in Carolina. I'll take Kirk in Carolina, man. I'll take Kirk Cousins in Carolina. Hey, look, last year I probably wouldn't have said this shit, but I'll take Kirk Cousins in Carolina, man. He'll be the best goddamn thing that we had in I don't know how long. I'll take Kirk. Panthers need to trade for Kirk Cousins right now. That's one trade that I wouldn't even get mad about. I wouldn't give up no first round, though. I'll probably give up 2 seconds or something like that. A second or something like that for Kirk. I'll take Kirk Cousins in Carolina, though, man. He's a consistent. Oh, I would love Kirk Cousins in Carolina. All our games at 1 p.m. Hell yeah. Hey, that's all the Panthers play at anyway. All the Panthers play at 1 a.m., man. They ain't getting no primetime games. I can't even remember the last prime. Well, we had a Thursday night game, but every damn team get a Thursday night game. I mean, a lot of people don't even be watching the Thursday night games like that. Panthers ain't had no Monday night game or no Sunday night game. Shit, I can't even remember because we've been so fucking trash. Like, we've been so trash, man. I couldn't even tell you when the last time we had primetime game. Hey, man, but what y'all been thinking about all that news that's been going on in the NFL world, man? Look, coaching search is in full effect. What everybody been thinking about what's going on, man? I know we reported this out earlier on BTL, but I wanted to provide clarity on that as well. So I know we reported out that the Panthers were requesting an interview for Gerard Mayo, but some sources in the NFL saying that New England has begun a contract extension with my boy. So it looks like he's going to be returning to the Patriots. Not sure under what role. He may stick as a linebacker coach, but Gerard Mayo looking like he's going to stay in New England. So we can probably cross him off the coaching candidate, you know what I'm saying, interest. Yeah, we probably can cross him off over there. Derek Carr, man, looking like that he's going to be officially gone from the Raiders. There was a report that came out earlier this week that said that the Panthers would be interested if they do not draft a quarterback in the first round. Let's just say, hello to another losing season if Derek Carr ends up being our quarterback. But you know what, though, man? Watch it be the Panthers go do it. That should be such a Panther thing to do is draft or trade for Derek Carr or pick Derek Carr up because I heard the Raiders go release him if he's not traded by the 15th of February. Yeah, the Colts make sense too. Another situation to keep your eye on is that Lamar situation in Baltimore. You got to keep your eye on that. You got to keep your eye on that Lamar situation in Baltimore. Derek Carr will be going to the Colts. 8704 say no. Hey, look, I feel the exact same way, brother. I don't want him here, man, but watch the Panthers do some shit like that. Yep. Man, they talking about Tom Brady going to the Dolphins. They got Tom Brady, man, is saying that he, that if Tua, man, career is cut short, this all on Bleacher, man. Tom Brady going to the Dolphins. I can see it. You team Tom Brady up, man, with Tyreek Hill and Waddle and they can add some more pieces on defense. Damn, Dolphins are scary. They Mostert that running back. Let Tom go there, man, for one. Let Tom sign a 2 year. He already said that he go keep playing, man. Let him sign a 1 or 2 year deal in Miami. I can see him there. I can also see him in Las Vegas too. I could also see him in Las Vegas, man, with Devontae Adams. Please don't start this Lamar to Carolina shit. Nah, I ain't gonna start at 704, but I'm not gonna lie to you and say if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be excited. I'm not gonna lie about that. Man, I've been telling everybody I would give a 9th pick in Burns for Lamar, no question. Asked. Also, I heard Tom would go to the Raiders to go with McDaniels. That's the only team I see Tom going to. I can see Miami too. I can definitely see the Dolphins too. I can definitely see the Dolphins too, man. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all think Sean Payton gonna end up, man? We know the Broncos have interest, the Houston Texans have interest, the Arizona Cardinals have interest. I don't know, the Panthers not. I don't know why the Panthers don't have interest. I guess they feel like, he an op or whatever. But I would at least entertain the idea, you know what I'm saying? See what New Orleans probably want a first-round pick or whatever, but I don't know, just me, man. I'm giving that first-round pick for Sean. You know what I'm saying? You're a great coach. You need that. You got to build. Panthers got to build. And listen, don't get me wrong, man. I'm excited about a lot of these young offensive-minded candidates that the Panthers have set up interest with. Y'all check it out too, man, on Between the Lines, man. We got the coaching candidate profiles out over there. They're going to be dropping every day this week. Man, we fucking working over there, bro. We putting in work. But we dropping like 6 videos at a time, man. Shout out to my boy, Doug Q. Much love for that dude, man. Listen, man, working with that dude, man, has been a breath of fresh air. It really has for you, boy, man. I can tell you, man, we got good chemistry. We talk every day. You know what I'm saying? We communicate, man. We talk about what we want to do for the channel. We want to be on the same page. Man, I really appreciate that dude. Same thing with Shinobi, the Black Hokage. You know what I'm saying? My behind the scenes guy, man, is doing everything for the channel, bro. I'm so grateful and thankful for him. Man, listen, the channel is look, it grew faster than I could even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that want to hate or anybody that want to, you know what I'm saying, say this, that, and the third, we out here putting in work. We got the Rashard Breeland interview, man. That was a blessing, doing an interview with an NFL player, a Super Bowl champion. That was a blessing, man. That video was going crazy, man. If y'all go over there and see the views on that, man, that video has really went up. It's getting a lot of eyes on it. And that's exactly what we wanted, man. So if more of those to come, though, man, that doesn't start with him, man. We got some other stuff lined up. So y'all watch out, man. We trying to take that thing to the next level. Sean Payton will go to the Chargers. Justin Herbert, there have been reports that the main team he wants to go to. Now, I don't really see Sean in with the Chargers, man. They're going to stick with their coach. I mean, their coach that they got out there, he put them in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make any sense to go to a different direction for a different coach. Man, if you honestly asking me about Sean Payton, man, if it's not Denver, which Denver I think it's probably going to be. I think it's going to be Denver. And if it's not Denver, then it's Arizona. It's Arizona. If it's not there, it's Arizona. I think the Colts will probably go one of these younger routes, you know what I'm saying, younger head coaching routes, so I'll see them. Honestly, I can see DeMeco Ryans potentially. Obviously, I wouldn't mind DeMeco Ryans here in Carolina, but I can see DeMeco Ryans taking that Houston job, Texans. He was a former Houston Texan. I can see DeMeco Ryans there. I really could. That's his former team. He has ties to the team in the city. He was a great linebacker when he played there. So I could definitely see him there. For the Colts, I don't know, man. The Colts is an interesting topic, man. I think that they're probably going to trace after a quarterback developer. You know what I'm saying? So one of these offensive coaches, Shane Steichen, Ken Dorsey, Kellen Moore, one of those guys will probably end up there. But we'll see for Carolina. If you ask me right now who I would want, D'Amico Ryans told him that. Oh, okay. Well, if he did tell him that, then I mean, I wouldn't blame him. The Texans. I don't think nobody really wants to go there. Bad ownership, man. The McNairs are not good owners. They're not good owners at all. But y'all, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with the Wave Runner. Just to update y'all, man, on some shit that we got going on. Like I said, y'all, I'm putting a lot of energy right now in Between the Lines podcast. If you have not subscribed to that channel, make sure y'all go over there and like and subscribe to that channel, man. Like I said, we are live and kicking, man. We hit over the 1,000 marks, man. We keep growing. It's a lot of eyes on the channel, man. We're doing everything we can to get a lot of eyes on the channel. So y'all help promote and share it too, man. It's all over social medias, man. Go check out all of our social medias. We over there on Twitch. A lot of big of the recognition came from our Twitch follower, man. Shout out to all the people over there as well. Y'all know you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We everywhere, man. So make sure y'all keep rocking with us. But about to dive in heavy to the courtside edition of that shit. We're about to start getting into basketball conversation, man. To all of my basketball heads and fans out there, we about to start diving into those conversations heavily, man. So make sure y'all go and hop on it, man, because courtside is about to drop soon. We're really excited about that, man. We've already dropped a couple of different episodes about them. Go check it out, man. We dropped a Luka video. We dropped some about Brooklyn, the Hawks, Western Conference, you know what I'm saying, Eastern Conference, current overview. So, man, look, man, we building. And head coaching candidate profiles are out over there too, man. Go and take a look at those. Y'all already know how it go. Shout out to Agent 704 talking about Wilkes. Hey, again, Wilkes doesn't seem the kind of coach that the Panthers are interested in. I think that if he does come back, it will be 100% because the fan base has pressured him into it and the players have pressured him into it. I don't think that he really wants to make Steve Wilkes the next head coach. I don't think he wants to. I think he'd rather have somebody that's more of an offensive mind, man. Somebody that can develop a quarterback. And I'm not saying that Wilkes, just depending on, I don't know, man. But again, man, go over there, like, subscribe. As far as this channel, man, look, Life is Just a Wave. Vlog series starting spring of this year. Life of a Wave Runner, man, where I'm going to open the door, just a crack, for an inside look in my life, man, my coaching journey, my son's football journey. I've already dropped a couple shorts on that, man, so y'all can go see some clips. I'm going to be showing, some stuff from last season, stuff that's going to be happening for this season as we prepare, to get ready for this upcoming year. So again, man, I'm just going to open the crack for y'all a little bit, man, and let y'all in the life of the Wave Runner, man. That's going to be a big part of my content moving forward. I'm still going to be dropping these lives, man. And if any big news comes out about the Panthers during the off season, I may drop a, video on it. And eventually too, man, I am going to start getting back into some gaming and stuff like that because I do have a Twitch channel up. We all got the Between the Lines gaming channel that's going to be coming up soon. So we got a lot of exciting stuff, man. It's not going to be a shortage of content. Like I said, we didn't want to put these channels in a box and limit ourselves to just the Panthers or just this and the third. We're going to keep content coming. We also doing the verses, man. Like, y'all missed a great verses for everybody that was in the Discord, man, the Between the Lines Discord. We appreciate everybody pulling up, man. It was a hell of a show last night, East Coast versus West Coast. I watched that, boy, Q. There's one way to go in and say it. I watched it, man. I had the East Coast, man. I done them up, so I broke the tiebreaker. So I'm looking for my next opponent. Whoever want to step up, man, and do the verses, whoever want it, y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the verses, man. I'll let you pick the two. You give me whoever, man. I'm gonna make whatever. You know what I'm saying? You give me lemons, I'm gonna make lemonade, B. Y'all already know, man. So again, man, look, again, thankful for the y'all see the Cash App down there as well, man. If you're feeling generous, you know, whatever you want to donate, greatly appreciated, man. It only helps the channel grow. So again, y'all see it scrolling across the screen, C Waves. And again, if you're new, like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody rocking with us tonight, man, with the preview of Wildcard Weekend. I'm going to be watching these games, man. Look, if every game that I get right, I'm going to post in the community that I got it right. So I'm going to be watching every game, and we'll see if I was right about all my picks, man. To everybody, have a good night. Life is just a wave, man. Y'all don't forget it. Boy Big Waves up out of here. Peace.